a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass. Bro, you know I know. Let me reframe you on something. Remember Usher? We was at the Swiss Hotel. Puff had Kim in the room. Had one of Keith Sweat's baby mothers in the big room outside the master bedroom. He came outside in his robe. She gave him a fellatio right there. His back was turned to me. She gave him a fellatio. You knocked on the door. I came and opened the door for you. Puff went in the room. You came in the room and kissed that girl dead in her mouth. Now I'm telling that because you taking up for somebody that you know and a lot of more people know didn't do you right.
It's surprising how silent everyone has been. No one truly knows how deep the deception runs or who the mastermind behind this disturbing tragedy might be. As we peel back the layers and explore this intricate web of lies, it becomes clear that the damage is widespread, with victims found at every turn, including some of Hollywood's most prominent celebrities. Would you like this to sound more dramatic, journalistic, or conversational?
Have been trying to drag Justin Bieber into this situation because there's a lot of suspect looking videos with Diddy and Bieber in it, and they're making a lot of allegations.
Mm-hmm. Same way they made allegations about Usher when Usher was younger.
I mean, do you think that there's any credibility to these allegations?
When there's smoke, there's fire. Why would Diddy be tapping his kid in his chest to see if he wired? And asking him, are you wired? Why would he be
Kid, there's always been mystery and intrigue in the entertainment world, from hushed-up scandals to shocking revelations. But few names have faced as much relentless scrutiny as Sean Diddy Combs. Over the past year, the accusations against him have spread like wildfire, painting a chilling picture of an industry built on power, influence, and tightly guarded secrets. Would you like this to continue as part of a longer narrative or article?
To find out, he was actually Canadian intelligence, but this is my trainer. So this shows you the kind of handlers that are around the superstars in California, right? So it says, I'm going to help you one of a couple ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words. And everything that is discussed is based in fact, and not some crazy stuff that dumb friend of yours told you or you saw in a tweet. Second option, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to zombie land forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same. This is the way a Hollywood trainer was talking to me to force me to go and apologize, right? You think about if Harley was part of intelligence, right? What kind of people you think are surrounding my kids? What kind of people you think are in that house right now? My kids go to Sierra Canyon. It's a Jewish school that doesn't teach Christianity to these Christian kids. At Christmas time, they're teaching Kwanzaa to black kids. They say, hey, this is your Christmas. This is all indoctrination. This is all mind control. You gotta understand, I don't believe I'm putting myself at risk because I think God uses me for a time like this. He put me in a situation and had y'all follow me from George Bush Don't Care to Beyonce Had the Best Video to now. For some reason, y'all are interested. 2 Chainz said, YSL belt buckle. Well, y'all niggas shoulders looking. Y'all are interested for some reason. And they wanted to medicate me every day. You realize, they could have just switched the medication and I wouldn't be here. And on the news, they would have said it was because of a mental issue. right? I ain't never been back to the hospital since 2015, but every time they say I'm crazy, it's just when I'm saying the truth. So what's the crazy part, really? What's the crazy part, really?
They can't scare you, they can't control you, they try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize.
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Not on you, man.
But they can't control me. You see, it ain't no name I won't name. It's up.
Now adding fuel to the fire, 50 Cent has stepped in with a claim that's turning heads. His comments have stirred renewed attention to a complex web of allegations, conspiracy theories, and unsettling questions about the toxic culture within the music industry. Among the more haunting threads is the late Aaron Carter, a troubled pop star who, before his untimely death, allegedly sought to warn the public about Diddy. His voice, now silenced, adds a chilling dimension to an already disturbing narrative. Would you like to include more about what Aaron Carter said or hinted at before his death?
So you said that Denzel Washington wasn't down with the program, the Diddy program.
Well, no. My friend had to do a number 2, and she was on stage, and he wouldn't let her be relieved, and so she ended up doing it on stage in front of everybody, and it was a wet one, and it went everywhere. It was so nasty, and Denzel was disgusted. He grabbed his wife and was like, "You don't respect nobody," and ran up out of there.
Did you see people react like that a lot, or were most people going with the flow?
It was so much going on. The people that noticed reacted, but it was just so much going on. If you weren't right there in that vicinity, you didn't even know it was too much going on. But yeah, everybody, and everybody was just walking around zombied out. Like after a certain time, when you make the announcement, if you don't, the regular party's over, if you don't want to participate in what goes on after. It's just interesting. I want to bring up Justin Bieber for a second. Shout out to Justin Bieber, man. I'm a Justin Bieber fan. I want to work with him. Man, I have such empathy for you. You are a strong person, Justin. Shout out to you in your heart. You sing when I hear the pain. Now when I listen to your music, I hear the pain in your voice, Justin. All you wanted to do was sing. Your mother caught you playing your guitar, singing, and thought, let me help my son out. Let me focus on with God, let me nurture this talent. And she thought she was doing the right thing by taking that video to Scooter Braun. And I'm sure Scooter Braun probably thought he was doing the right thing taking to Usher. But Usher, why you doing him like that? You knew what Diddy was gonna do to him. What'd you get by taking him over there? And then you had the nerve, he signed to you? So you've been making money off him after you get him abused like that? You owe him all his money back. Are you Diddy number 2, 3, 4, Usher? Running around here. This is ridiculous, y'all. Hey, I'm on a live, y'all. Stop calling me when I'm on a live. That's disrespectful. I'm on live. Stop calling me.
Jaguar Wright is watching. She's in the chat.
Hi, Jaguar. I love you. Oh, I love if I can work with her. She sings so good. Hey, tell Fox to stop calling me. Jaguar Wright is on the... Tell him to keep calling.
Purple Rain.
Tell him to stop. He keep calling. He called 5 times. I don't even know man, he gonna make me talk mad. Tell him to stop. That's ridiculous. Hey, Jaguar. I just want to say, man, your voice is amazing.
It's remarkable. Diddy's journey from launching Bad Boy Records to conquering fashion, alcohol brands, and more has made him one of the most iconic figures in hip-hop and entertainment. For decades, he symbolized hustle, ambition, and success. But beneath the shine, a much darker story has begun to unfold. Over the past year, he's faced serious allegations, including claims of drugging and physically abusing victims. More than 120 individuals have reportedly come forward with harrowing accounts, sparking intense debates about justice, power, and the culture of silence in an industry that all too often looks the other way. Would you like to include quotes or specific legal developments to support this section?
You read that? I took that as a slight, you know what I'm saying? I don't take no disrespect from nobody, so let's get on the phone, let's talk that out. I don't care who you are. I ain't taking no slice from nobody, right? I ain't taking no slice from nobody. It's God. That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah. I'm Christian.
Michael Jordan. What about him? his daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
Kanye later claimed that Aaron was taken out by Harley Pasternak, Kanye's old personal trainer and alleged MK Ultra celebrity handler. Someone threatened Kanye he would institutionalize him, and I don't want to hear from none of these Jewish talk about, oh, he's in an episode. Harley Pasternak. Follow me to the motel, assassinate Aaron Carter, and now they acting like everyone clear the Bath Street Boys sample. Now if you're wondering how this links back to Diddy, well, Kanye has also stated that Diddy intimidated on behalf of unknown Jewish people, and one of them was supposedly Harley Pasternak. Yet this is just the tip of the iceberg. The feds are now also allegedly looking into accusations of Diddy utilizing poison as his technique of option to silence people, and Aaron Carter, Kim Porter, and Jamie Foxx are apparently the three persons whose fatalities and near death, in Jaime's case, are currently being reinvestigated. And presently on top of that, sources are stating that Aaron was ready to unleash some serious mysteries about Diddy, maybe even linking him to this supposed ring of Hollywood PDF files who target young entertainers. So could it be that Aaron knew anything that was poised to unveil Diddy's cover? What exactly occurred to Aaron in his final hours? And yeah, I'm begging you, and I'm requesting you help me raise $100,000 as soon as I can, so I can relocate to hidden area where I safe. My realtor won't sell my house. They're all involved in this, and they're trying to keep me there. Just when it seemed like Aaron Carter was getting his life back on track, news broke on November 5th, 2022, that he was found unresponsive in his home and declared DOA. Now we know Aaron struggled with addiction and mental health concerns throughout most of his grown-up life, but there were still
never shied away from controversy, frequently sharing cryptic messages and memes about Diddy on social media. However, his most shocking revelation is that he claims Aaron Carter knew about Diddy's alleged wrongdoing and planned to expose him.
I have never been to jail. This is my first time in jail. But these knives are 6-9 inches long sometimes, you know, homemade with materials from the steel walls. It's very violent. There's stabbings at least a couple times a week. Heck, back in October, an inmate was charged in a murder-for-hire plot that led to the passing of a 28-year-old woman last December outside a New York City nightclub. According to prosecutors, the inmate used a contraband cell phone to orchestrate the plot from behind bars. So yes, anything can happen. What's more, investigators carried out an interagency operation to clean up the troubled New York City federal jail, and they managed to seize illegal substances, homemade weapons, and electronic devices. The raid had nothing to do with Diddy. It was only carried out to ensure the safety and security of staff and inmates at the facility, and was part of a larger safety and security initiative, and not in response to any particular threat or intelligence. And while their efforts are commendable, the point is, it's the Wild West out there. And that's exactly why one woman who lost her husband to violence at a U.S. detention center advised Diddy to not keep to himself, and to not trust anybody. During an interview with Us Weekly, Ashley Cordero said, "The prison is disgusting. They have rats running through there and everything. It's disgusting inside. My husband used to sit there and say it was nasty that rats were everywhere. No human being should be living like that at all. No human being should live that way. You're not an animal. You're still a human." She also said, he, Sean Diddy Combs, should try to transfer to a different prison. My husband passed away in there. That prison is no good. Honestly, him getting denied bail, you got to suck it up and be in prison, but try to transfer. That prison is obviously not safe. If so many are complaining, that says something. Unfortunately, Diddy's lawyers have been having a hard time getting him out. They requested the court to transfer his client to a prison in Essex County in New Jersey. In their motion for Combs' bail, his attorneys wrote that several courts in this district have recognized that the conditions at Metropolitan Detention Center are not fit for pretrial detention. Just earlier this summer, an inmate was murked. At least 4 inmates have passed away by blank there in the past 3 years. However, the decision was ultimately put in the hands of the Bureau of Prisons, who turned down Diddy. Now, I want to point out that Diddy's not exactly wrong to be paranoid, because he's in the same jail that held R. Kelly, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Jeffrey Epstein. Now, legal experts have already noted the similarities between Diddy's case and Epstein's.
The prosecutors in both of these cases have said that the defendants were sex obsessed and that they used their wealth and their power resources, network to satisfy these desires, and more specifically for Combs.
Even an anonymous Homeland Security agent who participated in the raids on his mansion said that Diddy is as bad as Epstein. But here's where things get concerning for Diddy. Jeffrey was discovered passed away in his jail cell on August 10th, 2019. And according to reports, he did the deed himself. But over the years, fans have uncovered several clues, suggesting that might not have been the case. And it's not mere speculation, since Jeffrey did know a lot of powerful people. And if he ended up exposing them, it would have meant a lot of trouble. So of course there was a long list of people who wanted it.
A young music sensation who shot to fame early on, he endured a turbulent life marked by substance abuse and personal turmoil. His tragic death by drowning, complicated by drug-related issues and financial distress, has left behind a cloud of unanswered questions. Could it be that Carter possessed explosive secrets about one of the most powerful figures in the music industry?
House, and there was some weird vibes going on, that I didn't really pay attention to at first. And then when Diddy came, in the party, he tried to holler at Jill Marie Jones' girlfriend. And she's like, "Get out of here, Puffy, that's my girlfriend." The nigga like, "I'm trying to put her on." You know what I'm saying? And he was making his way around the deck of the party. Like, I didn't go inside the house. It's like when we came in, we came through the back on the deck. He had a back deck, and then you could go from the back deck, you could go in the house. I was on the back deck.
There's no concrete evidence connecting Aaron Carter to any revelations about Diddy, but the timing of 50 Cent's recent statement has reignited speculation about the darker side of the music industry. This theory feeds into the growing intrigue surrounding Carter's final years, a period in which he grew increasingly vocal, frequently hinting at hidden truths he felt pressured to keep silent about.
Then Diddy came over with, the booty goons, and they was giving me the saliva look. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how the wolf looking at the steak? You know what I'm saying? And I'm ice grilling him back like, "Yo, nigga, what you fuck you looking at?" Right? And then, then I realized, like, oh, this nigga's like hitting on me, like, and he's standing here, and he got like 3 to 5 niggas standing there, and they all staring at me. Like, they was looking so hard, nigga, I put my head down. Like,
You said this is too intense, bro.
I went and grabbed Hillary. I pulled her outside, and she just thought that shit. She was tickled pink. She thought it was the funniest shit in the world. Like, "Yo, go get Kim. We out of here." I ain't even go back in. And she went and got Kim. We bounced and we left.
So he must have did that to a lot of dudes, man, and just assumed that all dudes just go for that, man, just in order to just go out and try people like that.
I would think it was my environment. It's the after party. You know what I'm saying? They probably are used to certain people coming to the exclusive party. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know where we was going. I just knew that he invited us over there, or invited Kim over there, not me, because I was with Kim. You know what I'm saying? And, we just went thinking it's another party. But I never went in the house, so I don't know what took place in the house. I'm not saying it was a...
The accusations against Diddy don't stand alone. They reflect a broader pattern of exploitation within the music industry, especially targeting young and impressionable artists. For instance, Usher once revealed that he was sent to live with Diddy at just 14 years old, where he was exposed to wild parties and an environment clearly inappropriate for a teenager. Similarly, conspiracy theorists have turned their attention to Justin Bieber's early relationship with Diddy, analyzing old footage and lyrics in search of possible hidden messages or troubling signs.
Upcoming Halloween party featuring Chris Brown. It looks like it's gonna be crazy. You had made mention about Jamie Foxx, or he had made mention himself in a special talking about his almost losing his life, and his hospitalization was due to Diddy. There are stories of him getting beat up and getting put, but I know he's on a movie set, but something from an altercation or something from drug related that was given to him.
He will pull up and get wild with you by himself. Like, he's not soft. So that's the whole thing with him, like,
He'll pull up and take something like it.
Bro, he'll pull up and, he slapped Drake.
He did, and everyone looked over that.
Oh, I'm not gonna call him a gangster. But he be on some tough shit, bro. And it'll piss you off, like with his son with the lip gloss on and the waves all the time.
Yeah.
He sweat, he a gangster, bro. I mean, like, bro, we'll get crazy with you with him.
I mean, anyone who probably do a lot of cocaine will feel all kind of invincible. Will feel all kind of courageous. With money, I believe they'll do a lot outside of normal man, who's rational. and just say, let me post up. But let me get your take on with Jamie Foxx, because mind you, Diddy parties and Jamie Foxx parties were the two black Hollywood elite parties that you would always hear about. That was like, you gotta be there to see it. For him to say that I was hospitalized possibly because of something that happened with Diddy.
He thought he was gonna tell.
Go.
So look, I'm a shout out Big Dugard, my right hand man. Shout out folks. He have a very interesting Jamie Foxx story. I don't know if you know about this or seen it.
No.
Give us the clip notes.
I'm gonna let him come on here and tell that, but I'll say this though.
I know he said something about Jamie Foxx in a bathroom.
It wasn't Jamie Foxx in the bathroom, it was his party.
Okay, it's his party, and then the bathroom situation went down.